Hey guys, it's Anthony Super Service. I've got Nick's truck. I'm gonna go ahead and do an oil cooler diag test. Wow, you can't see that. Hang on a second. Okay, what I normally do is I like to take off down the road, and 15 degrees is the allowable. That's the benchmark that Ford sets on it. So what I like to do is take off down the highway and drive until the oil temperature drops. When the oil temperature physically drops at least 1 degree, then I know that the engine's completely heat saturated. I just keep going, and right there, it just dropped. It went from 204 to 203. I've been driving for about 10 miles, maybe 14 miles. I know that's hard to see. 190, 203 is my number right now when it physically drops. So, but I'm driving fast. So I'm doing about 72, trying to get, I wanted to get the oil heated up to a point to where it actually dropped a degree. So once it drops a degree, I've got an exit right up here. I'm gonna go ahead and get off the road, turn around, and just putt along, set the cruise at 60 and probably 65, and we'll see what the oil cooler looks like at, just level ground. It's pretty level here, just level ground, running down the road. We'll then that'll tell us what our number is, and we'll make a decision on the oil cooler from that number. We're gonna 1 mile to the exit. I'll be right back. Okay, I just heard a little bit of whistling going on. Not sure if it's the exhaust. Let's see if you can kind of hear it. Ooh, that sounds like drivetrain. Sounds like we got something whistling here. It's probably a squeak though. Thought it was a Y pipe initially just now, but it sounds like it's rotation related. So got a little squeak going on. Let me let's get it up to temperature and check this oil cooler. I mean, either I'm fighting wind or we might have a brake sticking on this truck, because it feels like I need to see a flag here and see if it's see if I'm fighting wind. But it feels like I'm gonna have to, we need to put this thing in the air and see if all the wheels are free, because it feels like something's dragging. Like it's laboring pretty hard just to get rolling. So I mean, it's a dually with 14 gears, but it just, I don't know. We'll check that out in a minute. But I'm gonna do a couple of miles down here. I'm gonna set it at 65. I don't know if you can see that. I'll set it at 65 and we'll see where we're at. Right now we're at 180, 190, 199. So let's let that thing saturate right now. We'll see what we see. Okay, another little number. 188, 190, 199. We've got 11 degrees right now. I'm kind of going up a hill though. Let me get about another 2 miles. I'll be in a level spot. Okay, so it looks like the difference is ranging between 9 and 11 degrees. So about 190, 199, thermostat's good. So the question would be, what do we, which way do we go from here? It's only got 50,000 miles on it. Like right there, coolant just dropped to 188, 199, which is 11 degree difference. So anywhere between 9 and 11. So the oil cooler is on the borderline, right on the fence. Good, bad, is it on its way to going bad? I mean, I can't really tell that by if we was to keep driving it. It's I mean, if it was my truck and we're going in for what we're about to do on the truck, which we're going in take off, caution to the wind, do a VC9 flush, get a chemical flush done, get the remnants of the gold, because it's got gold coolant in it, so that's good. VC9 it's a whole day process on the cooling flushes. It's because I actually do this drive. I'll put VC9 in it, I'll go on a drive, come back, pop the block drains, pop the block drain, the rad petcock, do not take any hoses off, run water through it, rev it, blow the water out of the drains. Then you know, it's a fairly long process, about a whole day's worth of work. But in order to switch to the EC1, to the extended life red coolant, you know, that's what we're going to have to do if we want to switch to the red coolant. Now the red coolant is far better than the Ford Gold. It's better coolant, you know, but you know, there's a chance. I mean, we could wind up taking that oil cooler the rest of the way, and we could have 10-15 degree differences. I've had them go both ways, where it actually, you know, they actually get better as you do VC9, but I wouldn't count on that. You know, if we're going to go in for a VC9 flush, I would be ready for an oil cooler, be ready to do it. But maybe I'll make another video on the last flush, you know, another video just like this, and we'll make a decision. If we want to go with the EC1, then, you know, flush it and make the video. The last video will show how well the oil cooler held up to having the flush process done to it, which is, I mean, it'd take about, you know, it takes quite a few hours to do it. I mean, it could be a 5 or 6 hour gig by the time it's all the way clean and it's ready. So what, you know, we could do it. Maybe we could get lucky and leave the oil cooler in it. Maybe. I mean, it's all in what the numbers say on the drive. I mean, we're sitting at 9 degrees right now. So, you know, or we could just leave the coolant in, 49,000 miles. We could just do a straight water flush and just get that coolant out, which I would say one drive with distilled, and then drain this, blow it out, then fill it with distilled, make another drive, and then drain that, and then fill it with the concentrate Ford Gold. So, you know, it's kind of I mean, we can go either way, whichever way we do it. You know, I mean, the far superior way would be to do a VC9 flush and be ready for an oil cooler. You know, with that a chance that we might not need the oil cooler, but be ready for it. I'll make a video if you decide to go with the VC9 and want to go with the red coolant, then you know, then at least in the future, if after we do the VC9 flush, if the oil cooler does go, well then, you know, you don't have to go through the flush process for the oil cooler, because the oil cooler is a very efficient filter. It will catch all the crap that's in it. So what we you know, just need to be ready for that. If we go with the EC1, we need to do a VC9 flush and then flush all the remnants of the VC9 out, and then take the truck down, do all the work, and, you know, the flushes will tell us if we're going to need the oil cooler though. But do the flush. Either way, I think we ought to do the flush. I mean, even though it's 49,000 miles, the coolant has been in here. If it's original coolant, I mean, we're going on 10 years now. You know, after 10 years of any kind of coolant, it doesn't owe us anything. It's, you know, we can, I mean, $100 bill for coolant, shoot. But, yeah, I figured I'd show that. I'm 9 to 11 degree difference, which by no means am I saying that's bad, but I, like my personal truck, if I was doing this same drive, it would have about a 4 degree difference. Look at that. I don't know if you guys saw that. But, you know, that's just, I don't know, 9 to 11. I mean, it's we can deal with it. You know, if we need to leave it, we can leave it. But yeah, thought I'd show it. We're gonna get back in. We're gonna upload this video and get it sent to you, and we'll figure out which way to go. All right, have a good day, guys.